Hi guys, welcome back to episode DB Cars itself, and today's episode I'll be reviewing the Opel Mokka. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the Opel Mokka from GetGo itself. So basically on the outside of the car, there isn't any damage for this car, which is a very good thing, which normally I think for some cars by then you will sustain some damage, but nope, not this car. So yeah, let me just show you guys the outside of the car itself. So unfortunately this car is quite dirty, so if you guys can see some of the dirt all over it itself. But one thing I really like about this car itself is how it looks, and so far overall driving impression wise, I think it's quite, I would say this is my second best SUV car that I really like a lot, before the Kona hybrid. So far the Kona hybrid I would say is my favorite car to be, so far it's the favorite car that I've driven from from GetGo itself. But so yeah, I do apologize because I'm just short of one way, but here's another one for you guys to take. So yeah, apologize if that do come across camera over the period of this video you're watching itself. So yeah, but overall car wise, you got daytime running LED light, which you could be turned on in the switch right there. Let me just show you guys the overall car itself. One thing I do have already mentioned is the car is extremely dirty, so I do apologize for that. But if you guys are wondering for I'll be showing you guys the trunk space of the car itself and also the rear seating itself. Yeah, basically the fuel filter cap for this car itself on the passenger side and on the left side of the car itself. So basically to access the fuel filter cap, just very simple, just need to press on this and open up, and you'll be able to pump your car through there. Moving on to the next part of the car, we got a trunk right now. So basically trunk, you got your rear wiper itself and also the very nice Opel the Opel branding right here and the Mokka branding right at the bottom, the name of the car right down below here. In order to access the trunk itself is very simple, just need to press. So basically the trunk space of in order to access the car itself, you need to press a button right down below where the license plate is. So basically it's right here, right here. So basically this button right here, just need to press on it, and there'll be a gap right here for you guys to insert your hand right in itself. Accessing the trunk right now, as you guys can see, there isn't really much space compared. I think I would say it's quite similar to the Kona hybrid wise. So basically one, you put a very big suitcase inside, and yeah, basically I think it's one big suitcase and one maybe small to medium sized suitcase inside here, and that's it. There isn't really much space left for you guys to put your luggage, right, unless you were to stack it on top or remove this bit right here, which you could remove it with this part, which is attached to the car itself. So yeah, and now yeah, I do apologize for the noise itself, but yeah, basically right down on the side there isn't really much things you could put to show other than you got light right here for the rear trunk itself, and you got your spare tire right there and some rubbish as well. Other than that, you got some very nice hook right here to hook your stuff on to the rear of the car itself, and that's basically it. In order to fold down if you guys want more space in the car itself, you can just put on this lever right here, which I'll show you guys later on in the rear itself. But other than that, that's all for the rear itself. Rear of the car itself, there isn't really much space like what I mentioned, only suitable for maybe one big and one medium or small luggage itself. So basically 2 suitcases, or maybe if you got smaller suitcases, maybe you can put maybe 2 or 3 inside right here itself. But other than that, to close it is just quite simple. Just you got this handle right here, which is dedicated for you guys to pull. So basically just pull this down and just drop it, and it's closed. So yeah, let me just show you guys the rear of the car right now. So alright then, so let me just show you guys the rear of the car right now. So to enter is just very simple. Yes, you got your door handle right here for you guys to access the rear of the car itself. Okay, basically now I'll be showing you guys how to have more space in the car itself. Let me just move those seats over. So yeah, basically to have more space in the car, just need to press on this lever right here, and seat will go down. One thing, if you guys do notice straight off the bat, is so basically this is the trunk space of the car itself, the rear trunk space of the car itself, and this is the seat itself. Unfortunately, the seat does not really, once you fall down the seat, it's not really a flat flooring itself, so that's a downside. So maybe you have to put something here first, to that in order to make it a smooth smooth I'm not too sure what the word called, but basically there won't be any problem like sliding stuff through itself. But move it back up, it's just quite simple. You just need to push this forward. Alright, so now let me just enter the car right now. Close the door. So yeah, basically now in the car itself, you got so basically this is my driving position right here, and I still got somewhat a small decent amount of leg space in the rear itself. Headroom wise also not too bad, but if you guys do see other similar reviews to this car itself, they did mention about this very weird structure right here, the structure of the car right here. So basically, I don't understand what is this point for. Maybe this is the structure, the rollover safety protection for the car itself, or maybe it's for the trunk space itself. But who knows? I really do not know about it itself. So yeah, in the rear of the car itself, for both behind for the rear passenger itself, you got some space to put your stuff, which is also very nicely padded inside there. Same goes for the other side as well. And you also got USB Type A port right here itself. So yeah, basically the rear passenger can really charge their mobile phone while the car is moving itself. So yeah, that's a very, very good thing itself. Next up, let me just show you guys the space for the car itself. So basically your handle to close the door itself. Some small storage space for your drink itself. But yeah, that's the same for both sides as well. So yeah, unfortunately there isn't any armrest for you guys to put your arm on, so that's the downside. But so that's the downside itself. So yeah, but moving on to the middle row itself, one thing I straight off the bat and do notice already is I have definitely a trouble. I think the middle person sitting in the middle row will be a problem, because I think if this seat were to be slightly more reclined back, you can see my leg is definitely hitting this part already. And I think maybe if 3 grown size adults sit inside this car, it will be definitely a problem, because this car is a very, very small SUV itself. So definitely will be hitting my arm and my shoulder, and maybe the person on both sides, the shoulder will definitely be touching already. So yeah, definitely not recommended if you're going to carry 3 adults. Maybe 2 adults and a kid, then that shouldn't be a problem itself. But other than that, let's move on to the driver's side right now. So yeah, getting out the car itself, I would say it isn't really a big problem as well, because the door open quite wide, but not that wide compared to others of the competitors. And I do have to shimmy my way out. So yeah. Alright then, let me just show you just the front of the car right now. So yeah, you guys can see unfortunately this car is quite dirty itself. So yeah, and there's some trash. I don't know whether you guys noticed that, but some trash under the driver's seat itself. Stepping right into the car itself, let me just show you guys the basic function of the overall interior of the car right now. One thing this car I do really like is, if you guys saw my reviews for my other car itself or Opel itself, one thing I do really like is some of the features itself, like the AC controls right here and the steering wheel itself, and also its stops right here do share similarities to the Corsa E itself, which I really, really like a lot. Alright, let me just show you guys the dash of the car right now. The dash of the car itself, you got this very nice somewhat looking fake carbon fiber trim on the side right here, and also on that side the passenger door, and also at the driver door itself right here. Basically you got 2 AC vents for the passenger, and basically this is your center AC itself. So if I'm not wrong, this should be for the passenger itself, and this AC vent and this AC vent right here should be for the driver's side. So basically, yeah, basically that is for the driver itself. So yeah, that's all. Now let's move on to the next feature of the car itself. You got your storage space. Storage space for this car itself is really quite small. Not really much to put, because you got your controls right there to turn off the passenger airbag itself, and I think this should be a few switch, but not going to touch that. But basically this is your overall storage bin for the car itself. Not really that much, but not really that big, so that's the downside of it. Moving on to the center console itself. In the console you got this bin right here, which is very, very small, and even though it's small, it's deep itself, which could put maybe stuff inside there. I'm not too sure what you could put inside there, but you could put some stuff right inside there itself. Also, I just realized you could slide the armrest forward and slide the armrest backwards if you guys do want to do that. Over here you got very nice 2 size cup holders itself, and yeah, other than that, got more storage bin right here itself to put your stuff inside. But other than that, that's all for the center console itself. Now let me just show you the buttons for the center console itself. So basically, this is your parking brake right here. This is your drive mode selector. So basically, if you guys, I think standard wise, the car is always in normal mode itself. But if you guys want to go into sports mode, you can by shifting upwards. Shifting downwards, one for normal and another down for eco mode itself. Other than that, that's all for the drive mode itself. One thing I do have to say is for sports mode itself, the car is definitely more aggressive, and you can definitely hear the engines revving up and more. Yeah, this sporty feeling itself. If you guys know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, sports mode it definitely make the car drive faster, and also at slow speed, if like maybe just tap the accelerator itself, you do feel the jerkiness of the car itself. But hey, that is in sport mode because the car is just eagerly wanting to go fast itself. So yeah, other than that, let's move on to the next part, which is just Selector right here, which is the same thing as in the Kona E itself. Basically, you got park, reverse, neutral, and drive, and this is manual mode for manual shifting on the gears right here. Could shift manually itself. Normally, if you guys know, for Kona E, it will be the one pedal driving itself right here itself. So yeah, next up, let me just show you the buttons right here. So basically, these four buttons right here are the same as the Kona E itself. The only thing is, for this Mokka itself, it has the stop start feature, which you could turn off or turn on itself. Now let's move on to the next part. Next part of the car itself, which is storage bin right here. Nothing much, but you got a 12-volt outlet and your USB Type A port right here itself. So yeah. Moving on to your AC controls. AC controls really nothing much to show you guys, other than this is to adjust the climate control. This is to adjust the climate control and the AC itself. This is the fan speed. This for the recirculation of the air itself. This is the rear and the front defrost. And you got your AC vent right here itself. So yeah, basically this, I'll show you guys more of this later once the car is turned on itself. But let's move on to the navigation right here. Basically this is quite simple itself. You got your unlocking and locking of the doors itself. Your audio feature of the infotainment, your navigation, which is right here. The call function, if the car were to be linked to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Your knob to adjust the volume, and this is turn off or turn on the infotainment itself. And these three other buttons is for the car itself. So yeah. Now let's move on to the next part of the steering wheel itself. So basically the steering wheel itself is quite simple to the Kona E itself. So basically your cruise control right here, and this is for the infotainment itself. And yeah, that's it. Only difference is you got your pedal shifter for manual shifting if you guys do want to do that itself. Now let me just show you guys the stock. So basically on the stocks right here, you got your indicators right here and also your light switch. This is to adjust the drive mode, which I'll show you guys later on. On this side, you got your wipers control right here, which I also will show you guys later on once the car is turned on itself. You will select it itself. For the wipers itself, if you guys want to turn on the wiper itself, you can just put all the way up, or you can have it just on auto, which you guys are seeing right here itself. To activate the windscreen wiper, just need to pull back and it will activate the wipers itself. In this case, there's no fluid in this car itself. So yeah. Other than that, basically you got more fun. Moving on, you got your lights control switch right here, which could turn off or turn on manually itself. This to adjust the light, and this adjust the brightness of the screen itself. Other than that, let me just show you guys the close the door itself and turn on the car itself. So basically to turn on the car itself, you just need to step on the brake itself and hold the engine stop button itself. Unfortunately for this car, it does not really you do not press that. Just press the stop button and it will on the car. You must press and hold the stop button in order to have the for the car to be turned on. Now let me just show you the switches right here. So for the switches right here, you got your mirrors, your windows control right here. This is to prevent people from rolling down the window itself. This is for the adjusting the mirrors itself, and you got your D-pad right here itself. Now let me just show you guys the next bit right here. So basically, okay, let me just show you guys the center gauge right here right now. So basically this one, there's some different type of adjusting you can do for the car itself. So basically right now it's in driving. You got navigation, which you could see it will show basically like the Audi virtual cockpit itself, where it will show you guys the map of where you're driving at. Moving on, you got driving itself, which is the one which I think this is like showing us what is in front of you. You got dials, which is just, it will bring the speedo right in the center, making it more obvious. You got computer, which is basically showing you guys the trip information itself. You got minimal, which is just your speedo itself. You got personal, which is your trip computer information and also your map itself, which is quite cool. And last but not least, you got back to navigation itself. To me, I rather have driving itself on driving itself, because it's much more cleaner and I prefer the look of that. Right here you got menu, which is to this button right here for the adjusting how the aircon you want to be blowing at you, and also the temperature and also the fan speed itself. Next up, we got seat heating for the passenger itself and the driver side as well. So basically this is for this sheet right here, and this is for the temperature, and this is for the fan speed of the car itself. This button right here, if you guys were to press, it will show you all the information you want to know about the car itself, and also basically the driving function of the car itself and also the vehicle function of the car itself. This button right here goes to your Apple CarPlay, but unfortunately this car I'm not too sure why I am not able to do that, but I will just give it a pass for the time being. Safely for set is just the driver profile itself, so yeah, I will just basically in the meantime just go back to audio for the radio itself. And yeah, basically I think, let me see what else I missed. Oh yeah, right on top here you got your sun visors, which you got your SO card itself, and also a very nice mirror. Same goes for the driver's side as well. So yeah, now let's just move on to the light itself. The lights itself, I would say it's not really that bright, because in a dark car park maybe at most you'll just shine the spot right here itself. Same goes for the passenger side as well. So yeah, this right here is for if the car door is open, the light will be switched on itself. If not, you can just turn on manually or turn off manually itself. So yeah, and basically you also got this same thing similar to the Corsa E itself. Let me just turn off. Basically this is where you can see how many people are not fastening in on your seatbelt. So for in this case, I'm the only one in this seat, so hence the driver is not fastening his seatbelt itself. So yeah, you got some. Other than that, let me see what else I have missed out. Oh yeah, for the seats control, unfortunately it's also manually adjusted. So basically, to adjust the seat itself, just need to raise the seat. If you want to raise the seat, just need to pull up, go down is to just press down itself. And to adjust the seat angle, there's this knob right here which could adjust it accordingly itself. So yeah. Last but not least, will be to adjusting the steering wheel itself. To adjust the steering wheel itself is just quite simple. There's this lever right here, we just pull and the steering wheel you can adjust according to how you like it itself. So yeah. Alright then, so yeah, basically that's my experience renting the Opel Mokka right there. So basically, one thing I would say is the power of that car is really very the power to torque delivery is quite good, which I really like a lot, because when you step on it, you can definitely feel the power really kicking in and making the car go fast itself, you can call it that way. But yeah, one thing I do have to say is the problem with this car is I think mainly got to do with the locking and unlocking feature of the car itself. So basically, since as you guys know, GetGo do not have the key to lock the car itself, I need to lock it through the app. That's the only problem. The solution to overcome this is basically, if it fails to lock the car itself, just open the door and close the door. But when you close the door, slam it real hard to ensure that it is locked, because otherwise it will keep prompting the error that it says it's unable to lock the car door itself. So yeah, and the way to check whether the car door is locked is to see whether the mirrors are folded in. If the mirror is not folded in, then you definitely know that the car is not locked at all. So yeah, if you ask me if I were to rent this car again, I would say probably not, because this car is definitely about 2.5 kilometers out from my house, and I think most probably I'll rent the Kona hybrid more often, because it's nearer, plus it's also slightly better, I would say, because as you guys saw, the seats are black. So in hot weather, so basically in sunny days, it will be very hot and the seat will be very uncomfortable to sit in. So yeah, most probably the Kona hybrid with the high ventilated seat is the way to go. So yeah, other than that, don't really have much to talk about it. But yeah, that's all I'd say for this video itself. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click subscribe and see my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.